Hi guys, today I want to talk about straight arm strength. Recently I was given a study that talked about one of the key injuries in jiu-jitsu competition, and unsurprisingly it's when people base out with an arm to protect themselves from a fall, from a sweep or a takedown more specifically. Yes, you've got to learn proper technique in terms of break falls, but sometimes it's pretty hard to stop yourself from basing out with an arm. So I'm going to show you some straight arm strengthening techniques that are fantastic for strengthening the arms in the key positions that we typically base out in, whether it's straight in front of us, out to the side, or down below us. 3 basic exercises you should have in your strength and conditioning if you do jiu-jitsu, and something that's made a huge difference, I know, for me personally, not only in terms of protection from injury through the wrist, the elbow and the shoulder, but also in terms of strength performance as well. So check it out, guys. Okay guys, straight arm strength. The first thing that you may be thinking is, why do I need straight arm strength? I already do press ups, I already do a bench press, I do dips, whatever the case may be. Those are great exercises, but how often do you hold an extended arm position with your elbow and your shoulder in a stable, locked position with good tension through the limb? Probably not very often, and probably not for very long if you do that. So I think using these are a great way to warm up before any strength work, but are also gonna reap benefits in terms of being able to be strong in this extended position that we often have to use, even though it's not good jiu-jitsu all the time to stretch our arms out because we don't want to get armbarred. Sometimes it's inevitable, we have to base out. So being strong in this position is going to make a big difference in terms of strength performance. Is also that sudden shock, that movement when you hit the floor, when you're strong through the shoulder and strong through the joint and know how to hold that position in a stable way, it's really going to help protect you from injury. The first one is going to be just a top press up position. Now, what I want to talk about for this exercise, but it's going to apply for all of the exercises, is what we do with the elbow and what we do with the shoulder. When I'm in a top press up position, my elbows are not flared out. I'm going to change the angle slightly. My elbows are not flared out. I'm pulling my elbow back and trying to push and twist, so the pit of my elbow is facing forward, and also my shoulder and shoulder blade is not flared. I'm twisting in, and it creates that tension through the wrist, through the elbow and through the shoulder and in through the shoulder blade and all of the supporting musculature. Okay, so that's an important thing that applies for this exercise, but for not for this exercise and the other 2 that we're going to show as well. So the top press up position, I'm going to start quite simply in a press up. I'm going to rotate my elbows facing forward, pull my shoulder blades down and back, try and keep my head in a nice neutral position, and I'm driving away from the floor. I'm not sagging my head, I'm not looking up, my hips are not sinking, my abs are on, my glutes are on, everything is turned on. And just hold this position. Once you can hold it for about 30 seconds for 2 sets, then you want to start coming forward a little bit further and start coming forward a little bit further. So you're placing more and more weight onto the arms. Now, what you may find, depending on your wrist mobility, is for this exercise, rotating the fingers out is going to be more comfortable for leaning forward and coming into what's called a planche lean position. And it's a very basic entry-level gymnastic strength exercise, and is a great way to develop good straight arm strength for when we need to push out in front of us. From there, we're going to talk about using an entry-level exercise into an L-sit, but this time my hands are going to be to my side. The same thing applies. I'm going to twist that elbow joint forward, pulling the shoulder blades down and back, and I'm going to try to open the chest up. So I'm not sinking, I'm not sagging down, I'm trying to open the chest up and hold it in this position for, again, up to 30 seconds. Once you can do that for 30 seconds, you can start to progress into more difficult variations. For example, we can take these parallel bars. Bring them a little bit closer together. A good rule of thumb typically is going to be elbow to fingertip width when you're working on parallel bars, but work with what's comfortable for you. And then you can start coming into this kind of position with your elbow. Same concept, but fully off the floor, and start extending the hips, and coming into a full L sit, which is a lot more difficult. And you can see I'm starting to breathe hard. But with that exercise, you can take it even further. You can start using, I'm pointing to my gymnastic rings that are just off camera here, and holding a top position, flaring those elbows out to take it even further once this exercise becomes too easy for you. So we've covered straight arm strength in front of you, straight arm strength pushing down, and now straight arm strength to the side. My favorite exercise for this is going to be a T-plank. So the same concept applies, twisting that elbow forward, locking that shoulder into a strong position, and this time I'm just going to hold my arm up in the air. Start here if you need to, then work up to here, then work up into a full X-plank, okay? Really trying to open up the chest, and always twisting that elbow into you. So I'm not in this kind of position, I'm twisting, and you'll see everything starts to engage through the shoulder. You really feel it in the shoulder blade as well and through the back. So another great exercise. As you probably picked up, these are good exercises of developing core strength as well. But I hope I've encouraged you to start bringing in some of these exercises into your strength and conditioning. They can be a great way to warm up before you go into other strength work. And it's going to make, I promise you, it's going to make a huge difference in terms of how your wrists, your elbows and your shoulders feel when you start bringing in these exercises. Let me know which exercise you prefer the most, and leave a comment down below. While you're here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and head over to bjjstrengths.com. Take a look at some of the pre-built strength and conditioning routines that we have available for purchase. One of them, the foundation strength, covers a lot of this straight arm strength work, which I see as vital to any solid strength and conditioning program for a jiu-jitsu athlete. So go over, guys, check it out, and let me know what you think. Thank you.